Happy Wednesday, everybody. June 11th, 2014. Dr. Peter Glidden here, your steadfast advocate for health, welcoming you to another live edition of Fire Your MD Now. We've got some big stuff coming up in the future. Can't tell you about it. It's all a big secret. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen shortly. So stay tuned. Tell everybody in Longevity Nation about this radio show. Use this radio show to support and maintain the structural integrity not only of your body, but of your business, especially, quite frankly, only if your business is a Longevity Network marketing business. Join the land of the living and leave silly, muggle, stupid people behind, because the world is filled with them. I mean, the world is filled with people who are just completely clueless. I mean, clueless about it, right? I mean, what does Alex Jones refer to, these people as sheeple, right? People that just go along with the herd, don't really think for themselves, just kind of do what everybody else does just because that's what everybody's doing. Well, if you're not a sheeple people, then longevity is exactly the place for you, because when you hang out in longevity, you will be hanging out with like-minded people, people who may have a different religion than you, they may have a different race than you, they may live in a different country than you, but they share one thing in common with you, and this is the fact of the matter, the truth. They have their fingers on the pulse. A whole cloth has been pulled from back in front of their eyes, and they're able to see things as the way they are when it comes to medicine, when it comes to health. Healing is easy. Surgery is complicated. Longevity, people know this. Your MD does not know what's best for you. They only know what they've been trained in. Longevity people know and understand this. Your body is endowed with a God-given spiritual energy, a vital force, which has intelligence, which directs all of the autonomic processes which happen inside your body every second of every day. Longevity people know this. Your body wants to fix itself. Your longevity people know this. Your body needs to fix itself. Longevity people know this. Your body is attempting to fix itself every moment of every day. Longevity people know this. There are 10 foods that you shouldn't even look at, let alone eat. Longevity people know this. And when you give your body the proper nutrition, when you feed your body the proper medical nutrition, in the right formulas, in the right recipes, appropriate dosages, take them in the appropriate manner, your body optimizes its structure and function to the ability that it is able to. Longevity people know this. Nobody else does. I mean, right, it's kind of crazy imagine if you were the only person living in the world, or living in your town, living in your community that knew that the earth was round and everybody else thought it was flat. It'd be kind of a frustrating thing for you, wouldn't it? Imagine how it would be if you were the only person in your town that knew it was the earth that goes around the sun and not the other way around. That would be kind of frustrating for you, wouldn't it? It would be. And, that kind of background psychic disconnect between you and members of your community is a stress. It's a background stress. It's ever present. Can't get away from it. Can't get away from stupid people. There's an old saying, and I'm paraphrasing, and I'm not really sure where this came from, but the basic gist of it is that we are not born into our true families. We find our true families when we walk through life, right? We find people of like minds. We gravitate towards people of like minds as we mature and grow and evolve. Walk on the beach. The footprints of our lives bring us in closer proximity to other people who have similar beliefs. And this is what's so cool, to use the common vernacular, about longevity. The people that are involved with longevity are of similar beliefs to you. I don't want to go so far as to say that, they're your true family, but they're pretty close. Kissing cousins, Why? Because everybody in longevity is in longevity because they share the beliefs that I just talked about, more or less. People are frustrated. Not only are they frustrated with their health, not only are they frustrated with being sick and tired, they're frustrated by being sick and tired and broke. They've also seen through the facade that corporate, it's not corporate America anymore, it's the corporate world, has put before them that you need to trade your time for money, that you need to be okay with having a limited income, that you need to be okay with being in the 99%, that you need to be okay with the bank owning your house, the bank owning your car, the credit card company having $10,000 of owing the credit card companies $10,000 of debt, which the average American does. Having student loans up to your eyebrows. You need to be okay with this, son, daughter, because that's the way that it is. Suck it up. It's the same for everybody. Well, guess what? That's the way that it is, but that's not the way it needs to be. That's the way that it is, but that's not the way that it needs to be. You can make, because you know how much money there is in the world? There is more money in the world now than there has ever been in recorded history. Now, I don't know how that happened, but it's true. There is more money circulating in the world now than at any time in recorded history. If money isn't circulating into your bank account, there's a reason. You're probably doing the wrong thing. And often it's because no fault of your own. Often it's because you have just gone along for the ride. You've just done what they told you to do in school. You did everything that you were supposed to do, and now you've got the 9-to-5 job, and they're outsourcing it, and, you're a victim, and they stole your pension, and you're a victim, and there's nothing that you can do, and it's not your fault. You trusted the system, and the system let you down, and so now what are you going to do? Are you going to eke out the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years on good old planet Earth in mediocrity? Like Salieri during Mozart's time, are you going to become the patron saint of mediocrity? Or are you going to shine? Are you going to activate and realize your potential? Now look, I'm not talking about becoming a millionaire, although that's a possibility here. What one person can do, another person can do, more or less. I'm not talking about that, but that's a possibility here. How about just an extra $100 a month? Would an extra $100 a month be helpful? Would that help you? Would it? How about getting your nutritional supplements for free? How about that? How about getting $350 worth of nutritional supplements a month for free? Would that be a good idea? You're darn right that would be a good idea. Would that change your life? You're darn right that would change your life. By the way, if you're, the best customer that General Nutrition Center ever had, or your local health food store ever had, or Whole Foods ever had, and you buy $350 worth of nutritional supplements at their store every month, and then at the end of the year you go in and you've got all your receipts and you talk to the manager, hey, look at how much money I've spent here this year. What are they going to do? Are they going to give you a check for all of the money that you spent on your nutritional supplements? No. Are they going to give you a kickback? Well, then maybe they'll give you a 20% off coupon for your next purchase. Thank you very much for your patronage, sir. And we're okay with that. Longevity not only will allow you to get your supplements for free, but it will allow you to make $100 extra a month, $200 extra a month, $500 extra a month, $1,000 extra a month, $10,000 extra a month. Ooh, is that getting a little squirrely there? Is it hard for you to conceptualize an extra $10,000 a month? Is it? Is that hard for you to think, to imagine can really happen? Well, if it is, you're caught in a trap. How about $50,000 a month? Would that change your life? Oh, Doc, I could never do that, Dr. Glidden. I've never made $50,000 in a year. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? I don't know, maybe it's not a problem for you. Maybe you're okay with your status quo. Not everybody wants to be financially successful. Not everybody does. It's not for everybody, I guess. But if you are of the mind that you're sick and tired of being sick and tired and broke, then longevity is the place you need to hang out for the rest of this incarnation. Because not only will you be amongst a group, a worldwide coalition of like-minded, socially responsible, progressive, action-oriented, really nice people who all think the same way that you do, but you will also be able to break through the glass financial ceiling that's kept you stressed your entire life, and you will be able to optimize the structure and function of your physical body. Now, can somebody please tell me how this is a bad idea? I mean, is there anything bad about this? By the way, if you become a longevity distributor, there are two ways you can become a distributor. The first, stick your toe in the water, kick the tires, slam the doors. It's $10. $10 one-time membership fee. $10 one-time membership fee. So, you could lose $10. It's possible. You could come into longevity and hate it, and it's not for you, and you've lost $10. Well, you want to make that bet? You want to place $10 down on your life, on longevity? I would do that. If you're wise and you have a clue about network marketing and you see the validity of network marketing and you see the potential and the possibility of network marketing and you really want to give longevity a drive, give longevity a serious drive, you can join longevity for $500 and you get $500 worth of products. How about that? And oh, by the way, if you are a longevity member, whether you're a $10 member or a $500 member, and that's a one-time membership fee, not a monthly fee, a one-time membership fee, not a yearly fee, a one-time membership fee. You only need to buy products when it profits you to buy products. You don't need to stockpile stuff in your garage that you're never going to use like you do with every other network marketing company in the world. Longevity is awesome. And if you're not a member, you just don't know about it. Stick around. July 11th, 2014. Dr. Peter Glidden, welcome aboard. Welcome back, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden here. Welcome to another live edition of Fire Your MD Now. It's an interesting thing. For some reason, network marketing has gotten a bad rap. I know that one of my strengths here, and I think one of the things that's so appealing about this radio show to people is that, I don't talk outside of my wheelhouse. I talk about things that I have experience with. 99% of the time I talk about things that I have experience with, and, it's all kind of truth-telling stuff here, and that has a certain appeal to it because you don't find that a lot anymore. Well, you find it a lot here, and I pride myself upon that. So when I talk about network marketing here, I'm talking about personal experience that I've had with it. When I first became a naturopathic physician in 1991, the naturopathic medical community was extremely small. There were 31 people in my graduating class, 31 people. I think back in the day there were about 200 or 300 licensed naturopathic doctors in the entire world when I became a naturopathic physician, right? There weren't a lot of naturopathic doctors. It's a small community. Everybody knew each other. We might not have known each other, like brothers and sisters know each other, but you know your colleagues. You go to the annual convention and you know the people that are there because it's a small group. Well, of course, now it's completely different, and over the years everything has changed, and, there's 5,000 plus licensed naturopathic physicians in the United States alone right now. So it's a completely different story now. But back in the day, because it was a small community, I knew Dr. Wallach. Everybody knew Dr. Wallach. Everybody knew me. We knew each other. But all I knew about Dr. Wallach was he was this, conservative, Republican-esque guy. He's not really Republican. Dr. Wallach always tells me that he's fiscally responsible and socially liberal, which I think is fitting. It's kind of perfect, quite frankly, for this type of work. But in any event, I didn't know anything about Dr. Wallach, but, he's extremely conservative in his politics. I was a little more liberal in my politics, and I knew that he had a network marketing business, and that's all that I knew about him. That's all that I knew. Didn't know anything about his research, didn't know anything about the cystic fibrosis story, didn't know anything about anything. And because I had my head up my backside and, was an arrogant doctor, and, let's be honest, most people with a doctoral degree think that their you-know-what doesn't stink. I was no exception to that rule. I wasn't, an idiot about it, but nonetheless, all I knew about Dr. Wallach was, well, he had a network marketing business, and he was a little conservative in his politics, and I didn't want anything to do with that, especially that network marketing stuff. I like that network marketing stuff. Now, if you had asked me what network marketing was, I wouldn't have been able to tell you, but I knew that I didn't like it. And you know what that translates to? Prejudice. That's just prejudice. A strongly held belief based on limited data, and most of the data that the belief is based upon is incorrect. It's just wrong. I was prejudiced because I didn't know anything about it, and yet I had a strong opinion about it. So, for 19 years, I ignored Dr. Wallach. And then 5 years ago, more or less, I met Dr. Wallach, bumped into Dr. Wallach at a naturopathic medical conference. Had a conversation with him about what he was up to, went to see one of his lectures. Finally, first time I'd ever heard Dr. Wallach lecture. I'd never even listened to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie tape. And my eyes were opened. Not only to the awesomeness and unbelievable effectiveness of Dr. Wallach's medical therapeutics, which was the big draw for me, but also about the network marketing business structure. I had no idea what network marketing really was. No idea. And when I investigated Youngevity's business structure, I was blown away. And I've been, there's no use crying over spilt milk, right? And if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. And if ifs and buts were candy nuts, we'd all have a wonderful Christmas, right? So, for a couple months, though, I was kicking myself that 19 years before I didn't get on board with Dr. Wallach. Because I see how far I've come with Dr. Wallach in 4.5 years. I can't imagine what it's going to be like, 15 years from now. I mean, the sky's the limit. Folks, you don't know what you don't know, and before you make a business decision up or down as to whether to go with Youngevity or not go with Youngevity, you need to know what it is. So give us a call. Get with the person who directed you to this show and get a clue. You're going to love it, because God is my witness. Stick around. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Streaming live, by the way, on Facebook. Just go to Facebook and type in Dr. Glidden. My fan page pops right up. Or just go to my website, drglidden.com. Click on the link and watch the live stream. There are currently 19 people in the room. By the way, if you do log on to the live stream via my website or YouTube, there's a chat box, and you can ask me a question in the chat box. And I'm also, in the second hour, going to pose a question. I'm going to pose a question for everybody in the chat room, and whomever answers the question correctly first, I'm going to send a free signed copy of my book, The MD Emperor Has No Clothes. That's coming up in the second hour. So go to Facebook, go to drglidden.com, join the live stream, and you will have the possibility of getting a free copy, a signed copy of my book, The MD Emperor Has No Clothes, and it don't get any better than that. Phone lines are up. Let's go to California and talk to Juliet. I hope she doesn't ask me, wherefore art thou Romeo? My son, by the way, just played Romeo in the Shakespeare production of Romeo and Juliet, a fact that I'm quite proud about, but that's a non sequitur. Hey, Juliet, thanks for the call.
Hi.
You are live. What's going on?
Thank you for being here for us. Well, I have shingles. I don't know if I should start the story from the beginning or,
well, how long have you had shingles? How long have you been dealing with that?
Well, last Tuesday, I started having so much pain around my chest on my left side, and I thought maybe I pulled a muscle or something, and then the pain kept come and go, like it was coming and leaving, and then I thought maybe I went doing workout and I, pulled a muscle or something. On Friday, I had so much pain that I called my doctor and made an appointment. After I talked to the nurse, they asked me if I have all these heart attack symptoms, which I did not.
Yeah.
So they told me to just go ahead, make an appointment with the doctor, and if there was any other changes, I called them back. So when I came home, I lay down, and when I woke up, I had excruciating pain, and and then I started numbness in my hand, and I called them again, and doctor on call said just go to ER. And then I went to ER, and they gave me EKG and blood test to see blood clot and everything, and X-ray, everything perfect. And she told me you pulled a muscle. She gave me some muscle medicine and some ibuprofen, and she said don't just stretch a little bit, stuff like that. And then when I came home, those EKG, sticky pads that they put, I pulled some of them off my body, and some of them was under my breast. When I pulled it, I saw a red spot in there. I'm like, oh, I didn't know I have allergic reaction to this. Then I noticed like there were 2-3 spots. I thought it's from that sticky pad reaction. And then, in the morning, on Saturday morning, I woke up, it was more. I took a bath and I felt better, but, by Sunday, it was like all over my body, like from under my breast all the way to my back. And I went to the doctor, he said it's a shingle. And I've been having it appeared on Friday night, and then Monday I went to the doctor, and he gave me some hydrocodone and some pills to antivirus. And this morning I woke up with more on my breast. I see on the left side. But because, I like sometimes, time to time I go to YouTube to check you out to see what so I checked on, for my condition, So,
all right. So the couple things I need to know here to help you dial this in. First of all, is what happened to the original pain that you went there for?
Oh, I've been having the original pain, like it's killing me. Like I'm still having the pain, and.
And is the pain that you're experiencing on the same side of your body that the skin eruption is?
Yeah, same thing, especially around all these blisters now,
And all right, so the shingles eruption is only on one side of your body. It hasn't gone all the way around your body, right?
No, it's from under my left breast all the way to my back, in the middle of my back. But
and it hasn't crossed over to the right side, right?
No, I haven't seen that yet, no.
All right, if it does, that's a medical emergency, and you need to go to the emergency room immediately. That happens about 1 out of 1,000,000 times. Mm-hmm. So you just need to be advised of that. And did they tell you that? They should have told you that when you had shingles. Did they tell you that if it crosses the midline of your body, you need to beat feet back to the ER? Did they tell you that?
No, he told me, you take these pills, you're going to be perfect in 2 days, 3 days, and then when you're done,
How many days ago was that?
That was on Friday. I'm sorry, Monday.
Tuesday. Now, do you feel any better, or are you worse?
No, I feel so bad. The hydrocodone I take, I fall asleep. But this morning, it's expanded on my left breast. I have more, but it hasn't crossed over.
Okay, so there's a couple things we need to understand about this and a couple things we need to highlight about this. First of all, you were having strong and persistent symptoms, and you went to the MDs. The MDs did hundreds of dollars worth of diagnostic testing, and they gave you the wrong diagnosis. They told you that you had pulled a muscle, which is a BS diagnosis, and they were wrong. You spent all that money, and they were wrong. And then a couple days later, the real illness started to raise its ugly head. And all that they could do to help you is give you hydrocortisone or hydrocodone, an anti-inflammatory, and a medication to handle the pain. None of these get to the root cause of this illness. They simply manage the symptoms thereof. And while you have been under the care for the shingles, which finally was an accurate diagnosis, your symptoms are not getting better the way that they told you that they should have, but they're getting worse, right?
Yeah, I have more on my, I'm waiting to get better, but it's not. I have more blisters, it's just pain.
Okay, so what this means when we just take a step back and look at it from the proper perspective, it means that the MDs let you down now 2 or 3 times. They've completely let you down. They weren't able to diagnose it correctly. They ran up a bill on you. I mean, how much did all that cost you? What's your medical insurance deductible?
For ER, I paid about $140 from my pocket, so I don't know how much they're gonna send me, for all those,
Well, it's gonna be quite a bit. Do you have medical insurance or not?
Yes, I do. I have for my husband. Yeah.
Okay, and how much does he pay every month?
He pays, I think, around not more than $200 for both of us.
All right, so $2,400 a year, $2,400 a year, plus the $140 out of your pocket, plus they're going to send you a bill for the balance. So, that adds up over time. And what you've gotten for thousands of dollars of expenditure on your behalf is nothing. You've got nothing. You got a wrong diagnosis. You got run around the bush. You got run around the maypole. And then when you finally did present with something that they actually knew how to diagnose, the stuff that they gave you isn't working, and you're getting worse. And I'm going to tell you what to do to get better in just a second here. But we need not overlook the obvious. And everybody overlooks the obvious. We go to the MDs, they let us down. We go back to the MDs, they let us down. We go back to the MDs, they let us down. We go back to the MDs, they let us down. And we continue to pay medical insurance premiums every month to gain access to this type of incompetence.
Yeah.
And it's nuts. I mean, it's nuts. But when the MDs fail us, for some reason, smart people like you, Juliet, will start to take action on their own behalf, and they'll start to look for alternatives to MD treatments, and they'll try to find the best, which is a good and prudent thing to do. But most people won't do that. And they'll continue to go back to the MD and continue to go back to the MD and continue to go back to the MD. And I'm going to bet you 25 cents that if you had a conversation with your husband about stopping medical insurance premiums, you'd get a divorce because it would make a big argument. Oh, no, we can't do that, honey. We can't do that. Oh, no, we need medical insurance. Everybody needs medical insurance. Well, look what medical insurance has delivered to you so far. Nothing. It's delivered nothing, and we give these people a pass all of the time. And I just want you to consider that. I want you to consider that moving forward. These people have let you down, and you need to think 3 times before you go back to them. And you need to really reconsider this whole medical insurance thing. You need to reconsider the medical insurance thing because we're paying for nothing. I have so much pain
this morning. I have so much pain that I called them. I was screaming from pain. And, that hydrocodone that didn't work, even though they gave me in hospital, they gave me morphine too on Monday. But, they told me to go back at 3:30 to see him again. So,
what's the nature? Well, they're just going to give you stronger pain meds. Well, they might even give you morphine. Well, what's the nature of the pain? What does it feel like?
It's just like sharp pains, like where the bruises are, they hurt.
And is it sharp, like little tiny needles, or is it, what is it? You're going to describe the pain to me. Describe it to me in your own words, please.
Yeah, I feel like, like a sharp knife, like it's hitting me, like under my breast, like I have all those bruises there. And then, but you know what I did? I listened to your, to YouTube this morning, or last night, I don't remember. I went to the health food store and bought colloidal silver.
Silver, yeah.
So I bought it from the health food store, and I told my brother to come and spray me a little bit. And he sprayed me, and since he sprayed me, I feel better. Only one time I sprayed it.
Yeah, okay. Well, I want you to spray it every hour. Every hour, put in a little alarm on your watch or something, and every time the alarm goes off, I want you to spray it again with the colloidal silver. Does anything, is there the sharp pain that you feel, does it have a hot or a cold sensation associated with it? Does it feel like a hot knife or a cold knife, or is that irrelevant?
Honestly, I haven't noticed that. It's just been so much, Sometimes
okay. Stay with me. So when you take a shower, does hot water or cold water make it feel better or make it feel worse?
No, hot water doesn't make it good. Cold water makes it feel better.
Cold water makes it feel better. Is that right?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I took a cool bath last night. It felt better. I didn't want to put it in the hot because I was afraid of the blisters.
Yeah, okay, good. Very good. And cold water made it feel better? All right, so there's a homeopathic medicine I want you to go and get. Homeopathic medicine, and you can find this at any health food store in the world. You can find this at any health food store in the world. Hold on. It's called Spigelia. S like Sam, P like Peter, I, G like Gary, E, L-I-A. One more question, though, before I come down hard on that. Does the pain that you're experiencing with the shingles, when you experience the pain, do you have the sensation that the pain stays in one spot, the pain moves upwards, or the pain moves downwards, or is that irrelevant?
Yeah, I feel like it's the same place, like it's squeezing it,
Yeah, okay. All right, very, very good. You stick with me. I'm going to tell you what to do when we come back on the other side of the break to support and promote the structure and function of your body's, in this case, immune system and skin. I'm so glad that you called, but let this be a cautionary tale about going back to the MDs. They've let you down, and they've let you down hard. Stick around, folks. More to come. Welcome back, everybody. We're talking to Juliet in California, who's been let down by the MDs, let down hard, and she's dealing with shingles outbreak, which is not a walk in the park. So, Juliet, let me bring you back up here. Are you still with me?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right.
Can I share one more thing? I have some tingling in my hand, on my left hand, and also my skin is so sensitive, like around my waist, my arms, like when I touch it, I don't know, from the pain of the shingles.
It's from the pain of the shingles. That's what all of this is from, because it's when you have this much inflammatory activity in and around your nerves, then it has trickle-down effects in local areas that are adjacent to where the pain is. So everything that's kind of reared its ugly head now that's bothering you, you can trace back in some form, or in some extent, to the eruption of the shingles. So were you experiencing a lot of emotional stress in the last couple of weeks? Like, you had a fight with a friend, or was there anything? Did you move your house or get married or get divorced, or your dog died, or was there anything unusual that happened?
No, nothing. Everything was good. I talked about my dog who died, but, I was good. I have no stress, That's what I heard, that it comes from stress or low immune system.
Well, it could be exacerbated by stress or a low immune system most of the time. Were you working out, or had you started an extra exercise program or anything like that? I
just started about 3 weeks ago.
Bingo. You started 3 weeks ago. What did you start to do 3 weeks ago?
Just, I went to the gym, started working out in the gym.
So what kind of workouts did you do? Run on the treadmill, jump rope, lift weights? What did you do?
I do a little bit on the treadmill to raise my heart rate, and then I do abs, and one day I do legs, the other day I do arms and stuff like that. So
okay, so when you all right, so here's the deal. The body has nutrient needs in order to maintain its integrity, right? Your body needs a certain amount of nutrients every day: vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, calcium, etc. 90 nutrients that your body needs.
Yeah, but I take that BTT. I take the BTT.
Okay, how much do you weigh?
Oh, you don't want to say that on TV, do you?
Are you over 200?
No, 173.
Okay. And so you're taking beyond tangy tangerine, you're taking anything else?
I take selenium and I take hormones.
Would you take EFAs? Fish oil capsules?
No, I don't take that. My son told me he's going to get me some.
Yeah, okay, so here's what you need to do, all right? We need to give you everything that your body needs, not just a little bit of what your body needs. And if I had to if I had to choose, if I had to make an educated guess as to what caused the shingles to flare up in your body, it would be the exercise that you did. Because when you exercise, you stress your body. And when you stress your body tries to rebuild and strengthen itself after the exercise, but your body needs nutrients to do that. If you don't have the nutrients to do that, it puts extra stress on your body, and then something breaks. It's kind of like if you had a car and your car needed 4 quarts of oil, but you only had 1 quart of oil in the car. Well, if you drove the car at 10 miles an hour, it probably wouldn't be any problem. But if you drive the car at 100 miles an hour, it's going to be a problem, and it's going to be a problem quickly. That's what happens to the body when we exercise in an undernutrified state. And just taking the Beyond Tangy Tangerine and selenium is not enough. It's just not enough. So here's what I would do if I were you for the next 4 weeks, okay?
Yeah.
1 scoop of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine in 20 ounces of water.
I'm going to get...
Okay, 1 scoop in about 20 ounces of water 4 times a day. 4 times a day. 4 times a day.
Okay.
And I want you to take at least a half an hour to drink each dose down. 1 scoop in 20 ounces of water 4 times a day, okay? Number 2, you need to get some essential fatty acids, EFA Plus from Youngevity. You need 3 bottles. I want you to take 9 a day. 9 of the EFA Plus a day. 9 of the EFA Plus a day. I want you to do 9 of the selenium a day. 9 of the selenium a day. You're going to need 3 bottles a month. The final thing is the Beyond Osteo FX. I want you to do 2 bottles, 1 ounce twice a day, in a little bit of orange juice each time. 1 ounce twice a day in a little bit of orange juice. And keep spraying the crap out of this with colloidal silver every hour. Give me a call back in a couple days with a report. Sorry, we're all out of time. I appreciate your call very much, Juliet. Now go out there and get your health back. Hour 2 coming up, folks. The book giveaway is up first. Stick around.